Carlanda.
That's what you call
Keep that in there.
that mic drop. That's that mic drop.
This is Talk That Talk,
Talk that talk.
Part 2. I am TJ, and I am hosting the lovely Carlanda Meadors, right?
Meadors.
Dang, my bad.
That's fine.
I'm messing up.
Everyone says it wrong, so you good.
All right, appreciate you. But today we're gonna talk that talk. Just about an hour ago, we had a conversation with Smudgey. I know that the name probably rings bells for a few of you. And today I want to pretty much talk about the talk of the town. Like, what's going on, what the town is talking about, what the hood is saying, what the streets are talking about. And I feel like you would probably be the best person to really break it down for us and really set the record straight. Yeah.
So, Smudgey, the young man, is actually the person who I would say was a hero in regards to the Mandela Market situation, where a young lady was in the store. She actually was accused of stealing prior, or they had video footage of her. She had been stealing and had righted her wrong by basically paying it back, and they had kept a receipt. So she came in the store. The one manager, I guess, wasn't aware that she had paid it off. They had basically an argument pursuing. Smudgey is in the store, minding his business, and was on the phone and just said, "Oh, this seemed like it might be something funny recording." Because, he's younger, come from the generation where, they're recording things, memes
phones
and
come
stuff.
out quick.
Phones come out quick.
Mm-hmm.
And what started as an argument pursued to become an alleged altercation where he captured it. You see one of the people in the store having a stick in their hand, like they basically hit the woman, she's being pushed. And so he actually intervened, stepped in, intervened, and was like, "Yo, y'all let her go, get away from her." He grabs the stick, and then we see the camera where he's basically falling back and they're pushing him out of the store. So
100K views. 100K views.
100K views, probably more. Live on Facebook, and goes viral. But I don't even think he knew. Thank you. And just so y'all know, we here getting some of this good drinks at Loud House Buffalo on Hurdle and Starr Avenue.
It's a beautiful place.
Black-owned business. But I don't even think he realized when he intervened and captured it that it would go viral. So not only did it go viral, this is the city of Buffalo. They started protests, demanded the store be shut down the other store on Jefferson, and now you have the city is in chaos because they seen a Bangladesh person attack a Black woman. So the Black community comes out. We're tired of being mistreated by these stores. There's already this tension between like us and them, even though we all live in the same community. But Black people in the community feel like foreigners have just come and they bought us out, taking everything over. And so there's always that, hidden tension there. So now this video goes viral. They like, "Oh no, we're going over there. We shutting it down. We done had enough." They've had all kinds of people going live, talking about other war stories of things that happen in stores. And, it just spirals until everybody is, talking about it and going on live, but no one really got the facts from beginning to end of what happened. So, I decided to, I do have friends that are Bangladesh that I work with, and we've been always behind the scenes trying to bridge the gap, right? Because they're marginalized in their country, we're marginalized here in America. So trying to find out, because I was the person too, like, oh, they take everything from us, they buying up everything, but at the end of the day, we sold it. We owned it, we sold it. We benefited from, we didn't want to fix it up, it was broken. We made good money off of the things that we sold for anybody who owned property. So trying to understand why do they want to be in our community. And I asked the tough questions of my Bangladesh friend, and he shot right back and asked me tough questions, and we've been friends ever since, and it's been like 10 years. So we work together. And
That's awesome.
they actually have, you know, I've met a few of them, and they're like, you know, they have this perception where they're very trusting. They don't see no color. They want to be. They think of it as their community, our community. We're like, no, this is my community. You're in my community, but it's like we don't own it though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we born and raised here, so we feel like we take ownership over it. It's ours. I was born here. You can't tell me nothing. But so there's always this back and forth. And I'm sort of caught in the middle of it because I have a forum to say, well, you know, the community wants answers. I'm seeing all these posts, I'm seeing all these protests. I'm too busy to really get all involved, and I don't have time to watch what people are saying. But, you know, the streets talk. I'm a community activist. People talk. I'm outraged, but I'm also a Libra, right? I got to find out the facts because I don't know them to be aggressive, vicious people. From my personal perspective, I need to see the footage. I need to know what happened from beginning to end. And but I'm seeing people getting destructive, right? And I'm thinking the bigger picture of like, what about the elders that don't have any family to drive to get what they need? What about the people that shop at the store that might not care what's going on? But also, what are we doing to hold them accountable if they did attack this woman? Like, you know, is she okay? What is her family doing? Are they going to sue? What can we do to make this right? Let me just bring both sides to the table and get some answers first and foremost. Try and do that. Couldn't figure out who was in charge because the community said they all in charge. Half of them showed up late, half of them didn't come. And then now he gets pulled into Carlanda, you know, play sides, which, you know me, I don't play sides. You know, I'm always tread my own lane. I'm a peacemaker at heart. So to me, it was about the bigger picture. If someone is attacked, obviously, let's hold them accountable, first and foremost, right? But let's do it in the right manner. Let's not just be destructive in the community and go haywire with it when we don't have the facts. And there's a process for things in place for that, right? I believe in keeping things in decency and order. And bro, it didn't even take a week before people started crashing out, going against each other. People were like, rah, 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 shut them down together. And then 3 days later, it was like, I don't know that person. I don't have nothing to do with that. You know, the sister came out like, these are good people. You know, keep it open. And just confusion and chaos from us. Right. You know, my community, my people. Like, what are y'all doing? And then you do it publicly. And I don't believe in airing dirty laundry. I think if I got a problem with somebody, I'm gonna step to you and let you know I got a problem with you. I'm not gonna badmouth you on Facebook because we don't really build with one another and help us as a common good when we so quick to anger. We so quick to be disrespectful. We so quick to defame a person. And then you wake up and be like, dang, I need that person for this. Can't take back videos, can't take back words. Right. You can forgive for what you do, but we stubborn when it comes to that.
That's a fact.
You know, I stand for peace, I represent peace, I live peace. I wake up with God every day. So my whole position was, and I stand on it, and I still stand on it, is how do we bring a solution? How do we bring peace to it? So today, I was able to finally sit down with Smudgey. Like, you were the source. You were there. I wasn't. I just want to hear your perception of what happened. You put out a video. I want to understand what your intention was with that. And I'm saying, man, he a hero, bro. He stepped in, stood up for a woman when most people would turn away. He stood up and he did something. And now you have people trying to say what he did was fake, which we know it's not. It's a live video. Right. And just to hear from this young black man how he felt about everything.
He was well spoken too, yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like most young people are. Yeah. And he spoke about young people not having a voice. And elders and adults like talking down and not wanting to hear what you have to say. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes because I hear it every day from my young people. So, you know, it's so many different ways that there's so many different narratives that were put out, and they were predominantly negative. Nobody wanted to take the positive route and talk about how a young black man stepped up for a black woman and, you know, took ownership, the courage that he had to take a stick from someone.
Right. Put himself in danger.
We're not talking about how the community came together Rather they did their research or not. People from all walks of life. The politician, council member, Leah came out from her office, from the city, and went to the protest and stood with the community and spoke and talked that talk and got chastised, you know what I'm saying, and got backlash for it. But I didn't see nobody else, politicians city-wise, come step up. I didn't see no press conference by the mayor and the police come up. We seen police come out and guard the store during the protest at night when the community was coming out there setting it up like it was their personal barbecue in backyard. And they came out there to keep order. Fights broke out. They didn't get too disrespectful with it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I seen so many, I seen a lot of foolishness, right? I seen a lot of clout chasing. I seen that. But I also seen people watching, people caring and being concerned about what happened over a Black woman. I seen people come together and say, you know, it's my personal time, I'm off for work, but let me go and sit down there and talk and stand up for something. This situation has opened the door and things are being done behind the scenes to ensure that we figure out as a community, is it gonna be us and them or is it gonna be us? I'm all about us, right? Because I'm an individual. I believe in the rights of individual. I believe in the ability to agree to disagree. I can't run and control what you do with your paper, right? I can't come and tell you if you bought something. I don't know what you did to get your money. And I know if you work hard for it, I can't tell you what to do because I'm from here. Like, it's disrespectful, right? So as individuals, respect individuals in their individual place. But if I feel like you disrespect someone, I can talk to you and I can hold you accountable.
Right.
I can choose not to shop in your establishment. Right. But that's the thing. We don't, as a Black community, we gotta like get our house in order.
That's a fact.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's work on that. Let me open. If I could provide a space for people to come together and try and solve one thing, well then I can open that space for people to come and talk and say, let's get it out. What do you feel? What's your problem? And what solutions can we pose? And start putting an action plan in place. I don't really have to wait for anybody else to take action and do it because some things is common sense. Meet with the store owners, get a database and say, hey, this is how, you need to understand why we feel the way that we do. We want to meet, but we just want y'all to hear us out and listen. And then we need to hear you out and listen. And then how do we work together moving forward? And then what do we do to make sure that we can acquire ownership and make sure we're pulling our resources together for us so that we do have something in the places that we grew up in.
Shout out to you, Carlanda.
Shout out to God to be the glory, because it ain't me, bro. Because sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'm about to call my homegirl Mercedes and see what we going to eat. I ain't got time to be getting involved in that. I try and stay in my lane. I try.
No, I'd like
to. That's my lane, you know.
And I'm hearing that. I'd like to make sure that you get your flowers. Like you stepped up as a leader in our community when a lot of people were wilding out about this, right?
Yeah.
And people got their questions answered because of you.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate that.
So thank you for doing your part. You know, there's not a lot of opportunities where we get the chance to be able to step into a role that God has placed for us, and you did it gracefully.
Thank you.
You did it with the charm that you do it with, and you did it with the tenacity that allowed for us to be able to get the answers that we needed, including right from the source.
Right. Right.
And
always gotta go to the source.
Yeah, and that's huge. You know, once that interview comes out and people can get a little bit more clarification on like what exactly happened, because we heard it from his mouth. That,
and put some respect on Smudgey's name. Like,
Facts.
The fact that people are out here and online trying to criticize this man, say anything negative towards him, you don't. I mean that. You know, when I seen all this play out, because I was clear on Wednesday would have been 7 days, right? And I'm like, man, look at how they were praising Jesus, right? Oh, Jesus, hell Jesus, in 7 days they were like, crucify him. The ones that was right with him, the ones they had his back, his right hand, his left hand, the people. So, you know, one of the things that was the problem is we missing a leader, right? Everybody was like, well, who's the leader? Well, there's no leader. And then you had all these chiefs, right? Not enough Indians. And then people would come to me like, well, you need to stand up and be the leader for community. I'm like, for what? For them to crucify me days later? And you were already seeing the people that were being that, taking that position of ownership of I'm leading this. They right hands was turning on them left and right. So I'm like, nah, I don't, want that. But well, it goes to show you we need that though.
Absolutely. And the best leadership is leadership with action, right? And you took action.
Of course.
And you really stepped up. And really, when it comes down to it, people are gonna have their own narrative about it anyway, right? Right. Everyone already has their own spin on things.
I be like,
right now.
F narrative. I don't give a F.
We got all these type of rumors. The official store footage still hasn't been released yet.
Right. I've been asking for it for a while. I seen we got one lady with store footage from the guy's phone. That's not official store footage. Like official store footage, the camera is black and white. It ain't even really necessarily technically in color, but it's why do our community love chaos, bro? I just, it's the hot stuff for this week, 2 weeks. And then something else, a restaurant windows just got broke out. I don't know if they were shot out or broke out. It'll be something on that we on in the next week, but we gotta stop reacting and not
be proactive.
Doing some solution in place when things come up. So I'm about solutions and getting it done. And it ain't always publicized. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. We got a lot of good people that's doing stuff behind the scenes. Everybody don't need to put it out in the camera. Just do the work and live a lifestyle. If I don't like how somebody talks to me, I'm definitely not going to give them my money. I'm not shopping nowhere that I'm not respected or appreciated because I work hard-earned money. Why would I want to give it away to somebody I feel like persecute me? So that's on you. You take ownership of that. I support Black businesses. It's my lifestyle. So when people say, well, we got to do more, and all these people are showing Black businesses supporting, well, Chantel been at a Black business directory. Black Resource been advertising Black businesses. This is a lifestyle. I know somebody to go to for everything. I don't need you to tell me where to go to support it because it should just be second nature to do. When it's not second nature to do for you, you got to take ownership of that as why. Why? Why are y'all now just supporting the Black-owned store, the brother on Fillmore?
Right.
He been open for over a year, so you just now found out. Come on now, y'all been knew about that store. Y'all talk about the store, go in there and complain, say he don't have what he want, all of that. Now all of a sudden, we all love the store. I mean, make it make sense.
Well, you've been putting on for the community for a while, for a long time, ever since you were young, from what I heard. Yes. And so here's the thing, right? I noticed that when it comes to, the food is here.
Y'all know I'm a foodie.
We got the next.
You didn't know I'm a foodie. Look at the beautiful display it is.
Oh man, but while he's doing that, I'm gonna just say, you've been putting on for a while, and the thing about when it comes to critical thinking and consciousness and intellectual conversation, a lot of times that gets pushed to the side for the stuff that's immediately stimulating, right? Right. But now I feel like it's 2025 and people are looking for that next level of information. Somebody who's really paying attention and is intelligent enough to articulate to an audience that is ready to listen is where we're at. And I feel like this is why Talk That Talk Buffalo is going to be part of that, hopefully. Yes. God willing, of course, but more of this, right? More of us collaborating and talking.
That's the solution, though. That's the all-around solution, and it really dates back to our history of our ancestors, right? The elders would convene and talk things out. They would dream, and they would meet up, and they would interpret each other's dream because dreams were a way of, what's coming down and how to preparation. And they would instill into their young people. So when we talk and when we communicate, we hear each other out, we listen, we gain understanding, and that's how we solve problems. And that's why I love Talk That Talk, because that's what we do. We talking that talk, and we get into things to go. Solutions, right?
TJ Precil, Carlanda. Oh no!
That's what you call that mic drop. That's that mic drop, because he was talking that talk so good. Even the mic said,
you was talking that talk. You was talking that talk.
Mike said, "Let me get in here." Drop mic.
TJ Precil, Carlanda Meadors. Let's go. I got it. And we are signing out. Really appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Peace and love.